Garage Geek went shopping. Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. So today I went shopping and I was in a little bit of a rush, or I would have bought more. I had to meet somebody for a clandestine puzzle exchange. Actually, I paid money, bought some more puzzles, which I shouldn't. My husband is already screaming because I have so many puzzles, and I went ahead and bought more. I'm going to do a video of the puzzle haul on my Jigsaw Geek channel, and I'm very excited. I'm up to 75 subs. So let me show you what I bought. So first off, I bought a CD. I know, right? Who buys CDs anymore? But I saw this great Lena Horne. I love these packages because when you open them up, they actually have the original album art on the cover of the booklet, and they have the back. So I really like that attention to detail. And of course, there's some beautiful pictures on the inside. Now, another reason that I really wanted to buy this, I paid $5 for this CD, by the way. That's how it looks like on the inside. It's got a plastic tray with a picture of Lena there. One reason I really like this set is because look at all the bonus tracks you get. So from here on down are bonus tracks and alternate takes. And I just think that makes this worth it, especially when I got it used for $5. Next, I bought a DVD. Like, who buys DVDs anymore? I do. So I bought this Shadows and Fog. Now, I've actually been wanting this movie for a while. Morten Assad has mentioned going to the movies with his father and watching Woody Allen movies, and it's he has a special place in his heart. I'm not sure if this was one of the movies or not, but I remember mentioning to him that I actually saw this one in the movie theater, and I really enjoyed it. And I was so happy that I found this, and it was only $5. Doesn't have any special features except a collectible booklet and original theatrical trailer. A collectible booklet. Well, I guess the booklet is nice. I mean, you get that full frontal art, which I love. So anyways, I'm very happy to get this, and I'm looking forward to rewatching this Shadows and Fog. Now, I picked up a whole bunch of puzzles, but when I was at Target, I found some new ones. Now, these were regularly priced for about $11 or $12. The puzzles at Target are pretty cheap, so probably the quality will reflect that. But I found this Alex Ross Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six, and there was no way I wasn't buying that puzzle. I mean, come on, look how beautiful that is. That's going to be such a joy to put together. Although the colors are kind of muted, so it might be difficult. And then I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm just a typical fan. But when I saw this Star Wars puzzle of this very kind of retro feel with the 3 different colors, I really liked that image. And it's only a 500-piece puzzle. I decided to get it. I need to do more 500-piece puzzles in between the thousands to kind of just keep me going. The 1,000-piece puzzles, they take a lot of time. I bought some albums, so I'm going to show you. They were mostly $2. So I got this one for this funky cover art. This is Arthur Rubinstein conducting a bunch of different orchestra pieces. Well, what cool art that is. Next, Waltzes by the Strauss Family. Look how cool. This one I'm not sure if I had, but for $2, their bargain bin was $2, not $1. I decided I better get it. If I already have it, either it'll be an upgrade or I could give it to somebody. What a cool album that is. And then finally, I paid $10 for this one, but I wasn't going to let it go. When I saw this, just look at this crazy cover. Like, what is that? There's a bat ballet dancer, and then there's like a piano with wings flying through the lava. I do not know what's going on in here. Are they playing a symphony in hell? I don't know. I had to have this cover. I thought that was so awesome. So I splurged. I spent $10 on this one. I hope the music is fun. Dance of Death. Oh, well, maybe that's what that is, the Dance of Death. One more thing that I bought, that the rest are going to be magazines. I bought this set of March. It came in this hardbound. It has all 3, and I thought I got this for a great price of $14. I was like, whoa, and I've been meaning to read this. I actually checked it out of the library once, but didn't get around to it. So now that it's summer and I have all 3 volumes, I'm definitely going to be reading this March. So if anybody would like to read that concurrently with me, please let me know, and we can make that happen. I stopped by my local comic book shop, and I didn't buy much because, comics are expensive. But I did buy this Infidel. Now, I plan on reading this and then sending it to a friend. So this is Infidel, and it seems like it's signed by one of these creators. I flipped through it, and the art is really interesting. And this is really what got me. These notifications work on some idiots like me. It says, selected for NPR's 100 favorite horror stories of all time. And since I'd never heard of this, I thought, yeah, it would be really interesting and to see if it lives up to the hype. And I love horror comics anyway. And I was flipping through it, and it's got some interesting art. And so, yeah, I'll be reading this soon and reviewing it. This was free. Never Wars. It has 3 covers of people flying through like some kind of time wind, and it kind of reminds me of a nurse Doctor Who. Maybe she's more like a Nurse Mary Poppins. And then there's another one with a guy who looks like he's in a World War I uniform. And then there's a boy. And so it's given that old kind of Mary Poppins type vibe. Hey, this was free. And if I really like it, I would like to buy the other 2 just to have that cover of all 3 of them flying through the time with umbrellas. I went ahead and purchased this. I'm noticing right now it's got a ding. I thought that cover was so cool. It must be a Jenny Frison cover. I mean, look at that. That is just, yeah, cool art. I did pick up the latest issue of Monsters by Mark Spears. This is the first one that I bought. This is number 5. I was flipping through this, and the art inside is so cool that even though this isn't my favorite cover, I wanted to get this just to kind of experience what's going on with this monster series. I did get this Savage Sword of Conan, although I feel like I already have this, but they had this behind the counter for me, so I'm not sure if I do. Obviously, that is homage to like a bunch of different things. And then finally, I splurged. I bought 3 magazines, and the magazines were expensive. They were $20 each. But they're in the series that I have. And this is going to make my life a lot more difficult because I've been doing this 500 greatest albums series, and I've actually took a break. But I actually started listening to the songs again. And since I have the summer off, I was going to try to get back into it. But I found a greatest albums of the 50s. And so I'll have to add that to the decades. But then they had the greatest albums of the 2010s until now. And this was their last copy, and it was a little bit beat up, but I couldn't let it go by. I had to grab it. And then, so that's going to be from the 1950s all the way until now. I'm wondering, I don't think they'll put out a 40s and the 30s, although that certainly would be really cool. And then they also had this 200 greatest heavy rock albums. So there are a bunch of albums as I was flipping through here that I haven't heard. And so I'm looking forward to adding these 3 magazine ideas to my musical journey. Puzzles, comics, DVDs, CDs, albums, graphic novels, and magazines. What do you think? And you didn't see all the puzzles that I got either. What do you think of my haul? Just going out on the town shopping. Oh, I didn't tell you, I also bought some equipment for my overhead shots to get better shots of my puzzles for my puzzle channel. If there was anything in this haul that you thought was interesting, then please go ahead and leave a comment. Comments are always appreciated. And as always, I want to thank you for the support.